moving paranoid. Sources say he was literally counting the minutes between when the club closed and when Shorty should have been home.
Wow.
He was tracking her every move. She worked at Crazy Girls, and dude couldn't handle it. That controlling behavior, that was the red flag waving before the storm.
They found the woman multiple times and a man who had been in the head. Detectives are thinking that this may be 3 young kids, though, were found in the home, ranging in age from 5 to 11.
When the cops entered, they found a scene straight out of a nightmare. Jeanette had been shot multiple times. This wasn't just a single moment of rage.
Damn, 'cause she ain't come home all time.
Jay Stash, 28 years old, was found with what looks like a self-inflicted head wound. Both were pronounced dead right there.
You a buster for that. I ain't even gonna lie. You knew you messed up, so you gonna take the easy way out because you know you dead wrong because you so worried about a female. Gang, there's a million females in this world, bro. And you're so pressed over her cheating on you and this and that. And you're trying to control where she's at, what she's doing. That makes a woman cheat on you. All right, y'all, man. I don't know who this man is. His name is Jay Stash. He unalived himself and his girlfriend. I don't know why we gonna tap into this video and see why. You feel what I'm saying, man? Let's do it, man.
Squad, what's the drill?
Squad.
Back with another video, man. Your boy Jay Stash was once a rapper with a really bright future.
Oh, he's a rapper.
Coming up in the mid-2010s, it seemed like bro was on the path of being a superstar. However, somehow evilness crept in and ruined him, his legacy, and the lives of people he loved. By taking the life of his girlfriend and then his own over some cheating suspicions and her trying to leave,
oh my God,
and the families of both people were left with more questions than answers, and it was truly a tragedy. Everything came crashing down on a fateful night, January 1st, 2022, and they left 3 kids without their mama. So just what happened that night? How did it get to that point? What was the aftermath of such a heinous event? We're gonna find out. So without further ado,
is that Maxo Cream? Yeah.
Let's skip the play and get down to business. Before all the fame and the tragic end, he was born as Justin Joseph in New York. This dude started his journey in the concrete jungle before his family made their move down to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Growing up in the Sunshine State, he was breathing that Southern Florida culture, Caribbean vibes, gold grills, and that whole Miami swag. Before he ever touched the mic or stepped in the booth, Jay Stash was all about the fashion life. Homie was trying to build his own clothing empire. He understood something most rappers took years to figure out. The
oh
clothes
God,
make the
bro.
man.
Facts.
He was moving different, taking that street money and trying to flip it into legitimate businesses.
Oh God,
this wasn't about some basic.
Oh God, because if you in the streets making your money, you can't do that forever. Not saying you can't, but 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get caught. You have to go do time. Why don't you take that and flip that and learn how to turn that into a legitimate business? See, that's smart. I respect that. Yeah,
it's a rap story.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Down in South Beach, he started running with a different crowd. We talking nightclubs, bottles, and networking with big players in the game. His mentor at the time was Lil Wayne's assistant, which opened doors most people couldn't even see. Living that South Beach life at 16, 17, he was already building connections that would shape his future in the industry. Jay Stash built his way into the music game when he was coming up. He linked with Lil Wayne's crew through his assistant. From that No Jumper interview, he kept it real about how he got in.
I was hanging around like Lil Wayne, Young Money.
How do you know this?
My big homie, he was like his assistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were just sort of always on the scene and like...
Homie created Relax Records, his own label, and started moving like a boss.
Oh, he was making
money.
money
traveling internationally too, especially to Japan, expanding his brand beyond the States.
Japan?
Shout out to my brother Ko, my Japanese brother. He's
his verse is awesome on the tape.
He's like the hottest rapper in Japan right now.
Okay.
When I was living in Harlem, I had a roommate. His name.
The fashion world started noticing too. Alexander Wayne picked him up for a sponsorship, showing that his style game was on point. Rich the Kid saw the vision and signed him to Rich Forever Music, putting more gas in his tank. But in the midst of his music career, Stash was leaving a trail of red flags that should have had people paying attention to who he really was. Check this. Back in 2014, Jay Stash caught his first major case involving a domestic dispute, and his own words in that No Jumper interview exposed everything we need to know. According to his side of the story, I got into this little altercation with my ex-girlfriend. Pretty much, I broke up with her and she couldn't handle it.
We're gonna get to hear Stash's side.
You broke up with your girl,
I guess.
Alright, so I got into this little altercation with my ex-girlfriend. Pretty much. I broke up with her, she couldn't accept it. I let her come to my house one night when I was going, like, the same night I was going to Japan, because, like, she was pretty much homeless, you know. I just moved to this new.
He tried to paint a picture like he was the victim, claiming that she went through his phone while he was sleeping. But peep game, dude admitted to hitting her, claiming self-defense. She was on top of him, saying that he only hit her 2 times, literally, in 2 seconds. That's the type of excuse beaters always use.
Right, but
the story gets deeper, though.
You said it in an interview? You said that live?
The ex wasn't playing. She put everything on blast through Tumblr, showing the black eye cuts on
her. That wasn't a 1-2. That was a whole combo, buddy. You tweaking.
And lip.
Wow, bro.
Physical evidence of what went down. When the cops got involved, Jay Stash knew he was in trouble. He had to turn himself in and catch the charges.
Dumbass. And then you told on yourself in an interview. You didn't have to say any of that. Dumbass.
Assault.
Like what?
Think about it. Obstruction of breathing means dude was trying to stop his girl from breathing.
Oh, wow.
Jay Stash had to bounce to Florida and drop a heavy bag on lawyers. Tens of thousands, he said.
To my apartment, she posted a false statement on Tumblr.
Right.
Making it seem like I've been abusing her throughout our whole relationship.
His boy Ben Brofman, one of New York's top attorneys, helped him beat the case. But check this, instead of laying low after
that money talk,
dodging charges, he's in that no jumper interview bragging about having the best attorney in New York. Acting like beating a domestic case was something to kind of flex about. He tried flipping the whole script, saying that she was just trying to ruin his career and that he did everything for her, while he was stressing about his Alexander Wayne sponsorship and business deals getting messed up. He wasn't showing no remorse or talking about changing his ways. The pattern.
You can do everything for a woman. You can take care of her, buy all the clothes, the food, make sure she never got to work again, this and that. That don't take away from the fact that you put the pause on her, bro. We gonna act like that didn't happen? Like, people. Narcissistic people are narcissistic.
It was clear as day. Jay Stash had serious issues with controlling women. After the case got dismissed, this fool said he learned never to trust a woman.
I learned never trust a bitch.
But you was the one cheating though.
I can't even say that. I don't know.
I said right there, that's the toxic thinking that leads to more situations like that. The streets was talking, showing receipts from multiple situations where he had got rowdy with females, but the system let him walk and them charges getting dismissed just made him feel untouchable. Now looking back, everybody can see how that 2014 case wasn't just a one-time thing. It was a warning sign of a tragedy that would come 8 years later. January 1st, 2022, when most people were celebrating New Year's, something horrific went down in Temple City, California. What happened in that house on Pentland Street changed lives forever, especially for 3 young kids who saw something no child should ever witness. The target was Jeanette Gallegos, 27 years old, a mother of 3, aged 5 to 11. She had only been dating Jay Stash for about a year.
Wow.
From the neighbors
and this ain't even the first female. Keep that in mind,
been in that nice Temple City crib for about 6 months. Most folks only saw Jay Stash when he was walking his dog, looking normal on the outside, but inside that house, something dark was brewing. According to the reports, Jay Stash was moving paranoid. Sources say he was literally counting the minutes between when the club closed and when Shorty should have been home.
Wow.
He was tracking her every move. She worked at Crazy Girls, and dude couldn't handle it. That controlling behavior, that was the red flag waving before the storm. Then New Year's Day hit. Around 7:14 a.m., one of Jeanette's boys had to make that 911 call no kid should ever have to make. When the deputies pulled up to that house, they found 3 young boys running towards them, desperate to escape what was happening inside.
They found the woman multiple times and a man who had been in the head. Detectives are thinking that this may be 3 young kids, though, were found in the home, ranging in age from 5 to 11.
When the cops entered, they found a scene straight out of a nightmare. Jeanette had been shot multiple times. This wasn't just a single moment of rage.
Cause she ain't come home all time.
Jay Stash, 28 years old, was found with what looked like a self-inflicted head wound. Both were pronounced dead right there.
Hey, you a buster, bro. You a buster for that. I ain't even gonna lie. You knew you messed up, so you gonna take the easy way out because you know you dead wrong. Because you so worried about a female gang. There's 1 million females in this world, bro. And you're so pressed over her cheating on you and this and that. You're trying to control where she's at, what she's doing. That makes a woman cheat on you. If y'all know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you pressuring a woman, that's going to make her leave. Women don't like to feel pressure, gang. They like to, not to have to think at all. You know what I'm saying? They like to feel free. Like, why would you put all that pressure on somebody? especially a woman. Like, you goofy
Gun they
as
found
hell.
at the scene told the rest of the story. The kids, they made it out physically unharmed, but let's keep it real. Seeing your moms get taken out,
It's
that's trauma,
crazy.
and it won't ever heal easy.
Nope.
These
That-
boys
that would
lost
never
their mama
heal,
on the first
ever.
day of the year in their own home where they're supposed to feel safe. Temple City Sheriff's Lieutenant Derek Alfred said it best. It's a very tragic situation.
Preliminary information we
God,
have
it
from
is.
the two children in the home is that there's
The neighborhood was shook. One resident said they had been there 20 years and never seen anything like this.
Damn.
Temple City's supposed to be quiet and peaceful. What makes this even more twisted is that after all of the investigation, it seems like J Stash's final act might have been triggered by suspicions of infidelity or her wanting to leave. But whatever the reason,
when you sitting there, where you at? Give me your location. I need to know what time you get out of work. I need to know what time you going to the club. You better be home by this time. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Why would somebody want to stay with somebody that's doing that to them? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, if you was really P and you was really and you ain't had no words, hey, go do you. I ain't even worried about it, bro. If you get caught, if you get caught cheating, or if you cheat, your karma gonna come back to you. It ain't gonna come back to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that stuff you gotta, like, you can't do that, gang. Like,
nothing justifies what he did, especially not in front of the kids. Let me break down what happened
That
after
shit
this tragedy
crazy,
shook
bro.
Temple City. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department hit the scene hard. Lieutenant Alfred and his whole team went deep into this investigation, breaking down every detail. They moved them 3 boys to safety first. That was priority number 1 right there. At first, cats like Trippie Redd came out showing love, posting RIP to my twin. But when the real story dropped, the post disappeared faster than summer rain. And Lil Nard hit Twitter saying J Stash went out like a goofy. The industry drew
that's
that
goofy.
line. They weren't going to glorify what happened. Some fans tried keeping J Stash's memory alive in the comments, talking about rest in paradise and
He's
all
done.
that.
He's
but
done.
the real ones shut it down quick. How you gonna wish paradise on somebody who took a mother from her kids?
Right.
The ripple effect hit hard. Domestic organizations started speaking up. People dug up J Stash's old interviews where he was talking about the other case. Old videos resurfaced showing the pattern. The community started asking hard questions about seeing the signs before tragedy hits.
That shit
But
crazy.
the heaviest weight fell on them 3 boys, 5 to 11 years old, seeing what no kid should ever have to see.
Hey, that shit crazy, y'all. Let me know what y'all feel about this video, bro. I ain't even never heard of J Stash before. You feel me? But that shit is wild. Like, you that insecure over your girl that you gonna sit there and do all that, bro? Like, you must be scared of losing her or something. I don't know, bro. That's scary, bro. Like, that's very, I don't know if he was on some or he just a tweaker, like, normally, naturally. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. But like I say, there is a million women in this world. Why would you only want to be with one? Saying there's nothing wrong with only being with one, but why would you only want to control one or be with one when you have multiple options? There's a lot of women that can do a lot of different things for you. You feel what I'm saying? They're not all the same. They act the same naturally, and their DNA is the same. But some more women might be more feminine for you. You might actually find a woman that like you. Obviously, she ain't like you. She was trying to abort mission. You feel what I'm saying? And you got Saudi, bro. That's lame as hell, man. But y'all, let me know what y'all feel about this video. Make sure you rest in peace, man. Like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, smash that bell. Yeah, man. It's on with y'all, man. Y'all stay safe out here. Hey, it shows if you ain't even got the money, that don't mean nothing. If you ain't got that mental right, you up out of here. You feel me?